All right, back in the saddle here, Monday morning, almost $3,000 of profit on RKDA at my highs. I gave back a bit of it. I'm gonna finish the morning up just under $2,000, which is solid. Just below my daily goal, and I'm gonna, just round it up and say I basically hit the daily goal, and that's good. This is a step in the right direction. Last week was a little bit of a setback, but here we're turning things around. RKDA, Friday, up 100%. Here we go, Monday morning, up another 50%. So this is a stock that today hit a high of about $7.32 and was $2 on Thursday. So this is some really nice action that we're seeing, but this one has been a little tricky for day trading in terms of the breakouts. 56 million shares of volume traded on Friday. Over 20 million shares have already traded today, and it's not even noontime. So it's going to be another high volume day, and what we're seeing is a little bit of a tug-of-war action. RKDA is a stock that's kind of been played out. It's already had a epic parabolic move in the recent past, where it squeezed up from the teens, or actually from like $8, $9, $10, all the way up to over $50 a share. So, I think people may be hoping this will do it again, but other people who are like, it's definitely not going to do it again. And so you're just sort of getting this tug of war, and it's not opening up. I mean, we got some moves, and maybe this afternoon it will, but I don't really think so right now. So whatever, I'm just gonna lock up the profit. Green day, that's a great way to start the week. I'll be back at it first thing tomorrow. And hey, over the weekend I was live doing Ask Me Anything episodes, Ask a Millionaire Anything, and you guys threw some great comments out there, great questions out there, which was really fun. So thank you guys for participating. Probably do it again this coming weekend, or maybe some spontaneous afternoon, around the office or something like that, because it's cool to see how interested you guys are, and just sort of the general questions of, what's it like to be a millionaire? What are some of the challenges? And not just trading specific. And I want to encourage you guys, those who are just watching this and aren't already in the chat room, you're not already in any of our classes, to register for Day Trading 101. It's a new free class that I'm putting out. We had this out about 6 months ago. I think about 1,000 people ended up taking the class, which was awesome. And then we shut it down. We took it offline here for about 6 months, and now we're going to bring back in another group of students to go through it. So it's totally free. Click below to register. Get in there. Instant access. 3 chapters. You can start watching chapter 1 today. All right, so enjoy it, and I'll see you guys first thing tomorrow morning. Okay, everyone, so we're going to do our midday market recap here, finishing the morning green, which is great. RKDA gave some good opportunities. It was not the easiest. I definitely went into the red on it before I bounced back and got myself into the green. This one was frustrating for me. It wasn't as clean as I hoped it would be, and I gave back some profit on this double top right here. I was actually up a little over $3,000 on it this morning, but I added right here, well, I had 2 losses that brought me back down. One was, let's see, was it right here? I think it was right in here, and then the second one was right up here. So what I thought was that as it curled back up here, that we would break through high of day, and that didn't happen at that time. It went sideways for a little while and then ripped through the highs. So right idea, wrong timing, but that's okay. Green is good, and it's just really nice to see this level of momentum in the market. I mean, this is a stock that was at $2 on Thursday. Friday it gapped up 100% or squeezed up 100%. Then this morning, continuing that momentum and pretty much, just being impressive. So for me, the places where I traded it, my first trade was right here, a break over 6. And this was kind of a risky one. It wasn't super clean, but it worked. And then I had this trade right through here. It first tested 6, it dropped back down, and then it ripped up. Then it dropped all the way back down, And then it came all the way back up, which was kind of crazy. You don't usually see that level of volatility in this type of stock. But I got back in as it ripped back up. And on this trade right here, got a nice win. So I felt good about that. And that made me feel like this stock really had the potential to make a bigger move. Now, as I look at it now, you know, we did the sort of double top formation right here, cup, handle, and then a breakout, which is nice. It kind of struggled around this level a little bit, just sort of chopping around, and then boom, broke through. But realistically, from 685 up to 725 is not the biggest move we've ever seen. And then note the very light volume right here. Now, light volume on the pullback is okay. However, what I don't love is that there was a ton of volume, 800,000 shares, on the candle right here where it broke through the highs up to 716. And then the volume dropped off immediately. And so now we're just kind of on very light volume. Yes, I would say 725 is a logical breakout spot. And yet, at the same time, it feels like a little weird that the volume has dropped off this much. So what I'm thinking is that on this stock, ultimately it needs to hold this 83 level, which right now it is. And if it holds this, then it may be worth scalping over 25, you know, over the highs, and just kind of doing little scalp trades where, you know, I'd be in at 25 and take profit at 30 and 35. Maybe it squeezes up to 50, sell a little bit more up there, wait for the next pullback, and then jump in for the break of 50, ride that momentum up to 60, 75, then wait for the next pullback, and then, you know, ride that momentum. Maybe then we start to really curl up and open up. It's got 22 million shares of volume. So, you know, it kind of feels like I almost wish it was doing a little bit more than it is. You know, I wish that it had broken this level and maybe just kind of like really started to squeeze. And if we look back on, well, I don't know, my 5-minute chart's probably not going to go back long enough, but these types of stocks that have done really, really big moves in the past, you know, they do pullback, and then often they break with a lot more force. And then the first pullback gets bought up really nicely. So, you know, right here typically is where I'd probably be taking a starter. You know, so see a volume coming in, but then it's not breaking, right? So as a breakout trader, this is kind of odd because this just made a new high on the 5-minute. So you're thinking, well, why isn't it already above 725? 721, what, 717, what is going on? So this is exactly the type of action we've seen on this stock today, and that's what's made it difficult. If you're coming in to buy breakouts, which typically work instantly and nearly instant resolution, this is a stock that hasn't been giving it to you. And as a result, this is a trade where now I'd be hitting the bid at 14 and there's another 6-cent loss, you know, or whatever the case is. So, and of course, when it flushes down, it has done a couple moves where, you know, it plummets 30 cents in a heartbeat. So, not the easiest one to trade. I gave back some profit on it for sure. You know, I was up $3,000 and then gave back 500, was up 2,500, and then gave back another 700. You know, and so this isn't exactly where I want to finish the day. I would rather finish up $3,000 or $5,000, especially considering we've got a stock up 58% that was up 100% on Monday or Friday. But, you know, it's tough. And so as it curls and consolidates here, you know, it has me thinking more and more about jumping in like right around here. And I'm going to take my hands off because I don't think it's going to work. This is the place where I would have typically gotten in right there as I saw that green volume, and now I'd be in it at 22. Okay, so there it goes. So now 28, 31, 32. But that was a funny breakout. And now it's back to 16, right? So that's tough. That's not easy to trade. And that can start to get you really frustrated. So I think the smart thing for me to do on this one is, to take my profit, put it in my pocket, get out of here, come back tomorrow, recharged, refreshed, and, just be happy that I'm locking up the day green. 1,800 bucks. Green is good. So I'm going to take it, and I'll see you guys first thing tomorrow morning. 9:15 we'll do our watch list, and who knows, maybe RKDA will be gapping up another 30, 40%, and we'll be trading this up at $15. Maybe tomorrow it'll be better and easier. I don't know. Maybe it'll be something else, but I'll be here ready to trade, and here you go. Now it's back at 705. Talk about frustrating. And look at that. You guys, you can hear it in my voice. You can see it in the chart. You can see it in the level. You see it in the level 2 better than you can see it in the chart. The level 2 is where you're really seeing these whips. 706, 720, then 705, 708. It's just like, man, that is some frustrating stuff. And then on the candle pattern, on the chart, it doesn't reflect the true level. It shows a false breakout here over 25, a flash up to 35. Who knows what that was? Was it a short seller market ordering out? Was it a long trader saying, this thing's going to 8 and I'm buying 20,000 shares? But it kind of looks like it was just like one market order, and it just, pops up and then drops right back down. Back to 703, back up to 725, back down to 705. So, it becomes difficult to know the right places to buy when you have that level of choppiness. Certainly you could take approaches of buying off moving averages, buying off the VWAP, and that can work. You just don't know how long something's going to go sideways when you buy off those pullbacks. And, you look at it yesterday or on Friday, and boy, you had long periods of sideways, and then, it ends up failing sometimes. So right now, this is a good time to lock up some profits, live to trade another day, and be back at it tomorrow. Hopefully we see maybe some cleaner opportunity, and we see things open up maybe a little bit more. That would be a nice idea. All right, so see you guys first thing tomorrow morning. If you're still watching, you must have really enjoyed that video. So why not subscribe and get email alerts anytime I upload new content? Remember, when you subscribe, you become a member of the Warrior Trading family.